So I'm gonna start this video like this. Welcome to my part 2. I got a short out there at halftime. I told you what was gonna happen. It was 17-14 at halftime. Ain't nothing lucky, ain't nothing fluky about this. For all you all that called us bandwagoners, let's see who joined the bandwagon now after they win. We was with them before they won, while all the big talk was going. I see a lot of people gonna wanna join over here now. It's gonna say a lot about your character. Unlike most people, I'm just gonna be real. Let me just be honest. I know football. and a lot of people, it's fun, but you don't know football, so don't act like you know. Don't act like you know talent. See, you let your emotions and your bias get in, and then flip it on us and say we're the one emotional bias. I gave you. Go look at all my videos. Matter of fact, stop looking at these phony people who know nothing but got a good, maybe a platform, maybe they've been doing it for a while. They don't know what they're talking about. You want to know what's really going on? Go ahead and subscribe right now. I'm just going to be blunt. Just go ahead, like, subscribe, hit the notification button right now. Because I told you all what was going to happen. I told you all what kind of team this was. I told you exactly who to look out for. Matter of fact, go look at my video about the top 10 players. See who's on the list. Most of them. Some of them not quite, but most of them. I told you to watch out for Dylan Edwards. I told you to watch out for Jimmy Horn Jr. I told you to watch out for Xavier Weaver. Of course, I told you about Shedeur and Travis, but you even doubted that. Not you fans, not you people who... And it's just not a fan. This is somebody who knows football. And let me tell you this. The game shouldn't even been close. You're going to get Colorado, you better catch them now. That's as rusty as they're going to get. As long as they stay healthy, it's going to be a problem for you. We got another linebacker coming. He's an animal. We got another lineman coming who just got there. We got some people coming back from injury and things like that. We got more running backs coming. Wow. It was only 3 plays that kept TCU in that game. Period. The blocked field goal, the only thing I can get them credit for is they capitalized off all of them. A blocked field goal, they scored. Their first touchdown, they wasn't moving the ball. They was about to get blew out. Took them 14-7. Then Dylan Edwards came back after halftime, fumbled the ball at the back of the heel of his teammate. Should have tucked that ball in. They were about to take off and be up 14. They got the ball in the red zone, scored. Both times. Then, Colorado stopped them. It was 3rd down. They finally stopped them. And the player kind of pushed the quarterback. I don't see it was a bit there because I've seen it happen to Shedeur often. He pushed him a little bit. He didn't even really tackle him. And he got a 15-yard penalty, and they scored off of that. The game was really over. And the offense, I give them credit in the second half. They moved the ball better. But I told you all that Shedeur was the best quarterback on the field. You got that hater and you need to go ahead. You go to get some deliverance right now. Don't turn this to church. That's what we really need. Get that hate up out you because you can't see the truth. It was nothing lucky about that. The game shouldn't even been close. They didn't make a lot of mistakes. Colorado's plays wasn't mistakes. The 2 interceptions in the end zone wasn't mistakes. He just underestimated and disrespected these players. And he don't even know who he's going against. You throwing at Travis Hunter, I knew they were going to do it. He could have had 2 interceptions. He dropped a couple balls on offense and defense. That's the best y'all going to get him right now. It's not going to be pretty. And I told you, and maybe y'all going to start listening. Maybe you're going to start listening. Maybe you're going to start listening. Or maybe you need to get off these other channels and these old TV anchors who don't know nothing about football, looking at stats and analysts and SWAC and MEAC. And like Shedeur said it in the game, this is the highest game he ever thrown against TCU. He didn't even throw that high. I know he haven't thrown that many yards in one game. About 500 yards. He didn't even do that in the SWAC. What do you have to say? The players who stood out the most today came from the SWAC. SWAC should be happy. And I'm going to have a conversation with them tomorrow. Because they just did you a favor. All the little boy and they've been doing to you and disrespecting you. And saying no talent come out of this little JV, high school football and all of that. And look what these little SWAC boys just did. Travis Hunter just single-handedly ran all over you. Like a little engine that could. And he said he still can keep going. How did he do it, little SWAC boy? Little Shedeur, old daddy ball, he threw all over you. First game. Broke records. First game. What are you going to do? You thought you knew so much. You hated so much. You wanted them to fail because of your hate, not because of the truth. Because the truth is, they've been great players. You don't want to underestimate them. You don't want to doubt them. You don't want to doubt Coach Prime and what he can do. You need to go look in the mirror. That's cut to the chase. This ain't football. Because I told you you've been ridiculous. You said they don't have none on the roster. Clearly, they have plenty on their roster. I told you they had massive offensive weapons, and you ain't really seen all of them. They're still developing. Jimmy Horn gonna do this all season. Xavier Weaver gonna do this all season. Hey, I know what's next coming. Well, what about if you don't have Travis Hunter? Excuse after excuse. Move the goalposts if you want. I'm ahead of you. I was ahead of you with this game, but you didn't listen. Now we can look at data. We can look at stats. I told you. You should have listened. These boys ain't nothing to play with. I've been watching them develop since January, December. I've been watching these boys and this team develop. That's the difference between me and somebody who jump on the internet. And I know maybe you're having fun, but this is reality. Your hope and wishes is not reality. The reality is Colorado is a good team, and that was their first game too. So you don't think they're peaking. They're going to get better too. So don't use the excuse. They're only going to get better. The running game going to get better. The passing game is going to get better. The defense is going to get better. They're going to watch film. I saw some stuff. I saw some over-pursuing of linebackers. I saw some not quality gap control of the D-line. That's when the runs were breaking. They were crashing down. I saw people not, maintaining their containment on the D ends, or, the rushers. And that's why the quarterback was able to escape. And that's not going to be good, for some cases. Most cases, not a big deal. Because most people can't run. This week, the boy can run. But I'm just going to go ahead and put a spoiler alert out. He's not good. I'm from Atlanta. My cousin played on the team with him. He went to Georgia Tech. He wasn't even good at Georgia Tech. And ACC is not that challenging. He's very streaky, very inconsistent. But that's for next week. He's not a good quarterback. This quarterback we played this week is probably the best quarterbacks we're going to see over the next couple of weeks. And he's not even good. Yeah, how dare you underestimate Shedeur like you really got that many good quarterbacks out here who really like that, who really are going to the pros. These boys ain't going to no pros. You're going to undermine Shedeur. Shedeur is a pro. He's been a pro. He's trained by pros. And it's sad that he have to go to that level to show you the truth. But, you do have to show people sometimes. So, keep this in mind. Again, you want to hear what's really going on with Colorado? You really want to know what was really about to happen? You want to have a real analysis without all the deep stuff? Like, subscribe, comment, follow this. I'm going to tell you right now, I knew after this game, Colorado is going to be 3-0. Greg said it. They're going to run through Nebraska next week because Nebraska is not good. TCU can whoop Nebraska. Their offense is very shaky, very fluky. Quarterback not good. Line is not experienced on both sides of the ball. Secondary is not going to stop Colorado. They're not going to be ready to go with their fast-paced offense. And they're coming to Boulder. It's not going to be good for them. And, of course, Colorado State, they're going to run through them. So, go ahead, put your excuses in the comments and be wrong again. They will be 3-0. If you ain't learned from me telling you this time, it wasn't luck. The game was close because they made it close. They made this game close. Mistakes, penalties. Really, Colorado should have won by at least 2 touchdowns like I predicted. That's what I predicted. I predicted like 34 to like 17, something like that. At most 21. And that's what it really should have been. I know what Shedeur going to do. I know what offense going to do. But special teams, gave up a long run at the end as well. But I hope y'all paying attention now. I hope you're listening now. Again, this is Greg. Greg said it. Colorado Buffs. They won. What was it, 34? Like and subscribe. Comment. See you next week.